The International Nonviolence Organization, Free Muslim, has expressed its deep displeasure at the violation by the British and US governments of international conventions and agreements on human rights through the conclusion of bilateral agreements on the exports of arms to the Saudi state, which faces many evidence of its involvement and the use of weapons against unarmed civilians in Yemen. In a statement received by Shiawaves, the organization stressed that the British and American government's preference for commercial interests at the expense of human rights standards and commitments is a blatant violation and direct involvement in the war in Yemen and its tragic consequences of the loss of dozens of thousands of unarmed civilians, including children, women, and the elderly victims of this brutal war. The laws and constitutions of the two arms-producing countries stipulate that arms should not be supplied to repressive regimes and governments for fear of the use of these weapons against civilians, placing them under legal and moral responsibility since the Saudi government continues to insist on an unequal war against Yemen, a dirty war that violates the Charter of the United Nations of War and Geneva Conventions. The organization stressed the need to stop the exports of arms and the abolition of agreements with Saudi Arabia for continuing to target Yemenis, as well as the supply of some weapons to extremist groups in Syria, while at the same time held the British and US government's legal and moral responsibility for the victims of the wars imposed by the Saudi government.